We're going to turn to a topic that's impacting literally every American family. Those new Labor Department numbers showing that U.S. inflation hit a 30-year high in October. We're feeling it at the grocery store. We're feeling it at the gas pump, pretty much anywhere we spend money. Here with what that means for all of us, including some ways that we can save and whether we should expect any relief anytime soon, CNBC senior personal finance correspondent Sharon Epperson. Sharon, welcome to the family. Welcome to the table.
Good to be here. Good to be with everybody.
Let's talk about inflation because it's been on everyone's minds lately, as you know. We saw prices climb 6.2% in October. That's a big number, Sharon. Why is this happening, and what consumer prices should people be watching out for specifically?
Well, you know, prices are rising largely because of the pandemic, of the supply chain problems we're seeing during this pandemic. And you add to that the fact that some companies have been raising wages and passing those costs on to consumers in terms of higher prices, for instance, at the restaurant or somewhere. The thing that you need to remember, though, as prices, as we're seeing wages rise a bit, it's being wiped out in real terms by inflation. So Americans may be making a little bit more money than they did, say, a month ago, but all of that has been wiped out by inflation. And then at the same time, you're paying more for things that you need every day, almost 50% more compared to last year for gas. More for furniture, more for rental, new cars, used cars, more for things at the grocery store, too, whether that's meat, poultry, fish, eggs, all of those things that you're going to need for the holidays coming up, you're going to be paying a lot more for it.
Speaking of the holidays, most people spend this time of year. You're buying things for your extended family, people in your office, et cetera, and then before you know it, you have this high credit card bill. So, you know, a lot of people just say, you know what, I'll worry about it later. But can you, obviously, you say now's the time to kind of get your budget in order before we start spending.
Yeah, but really take stock of where you stand overall. You know, how much money do you have overall? What are your expenses overall? Figure out where you stand, what your net worth is. Once you've done that, then you can really think about what you need at this moment and what you want to try to do. And budget for those needs first. Don't forget to make sure you pay for those essential items first. And as you're doing that, keep in mind as you're shopping for things that you need at the grocery store or elsewhere, look for coupons. Also, look at the unit prices at the grocery store. Sometimes they'll give you a better deal than the sale price when you look at what you're paying per unit for a certain item. And those unit prices, though, have gone up. And finally, take time, just lock yourself in a room, go over your credit card bills, your bank statements too, find out if there's some recurring charges that you've been paying you've forgotten about. See what you can cut out. And I tell you, that exercise, which I've done, can save you money quickly. Sometimes $25, sometimes even more, but every dollar counts.
And probably a practice a lot of folks should get back to anyway, right? Is there anything people should avoid spending money on right now?
Well, I think one of the things to avoid, Lindsay, is getting your emotions all wrapped up in the holidays and what I should do and what I should spend and who should get this.
Say it again, Sharon. Say it again. And people in the back of the church may not have heard that.
You know, you have to say no. You have to put that in your vocabulary. And one of the things that I think is so very important this holiday season in particular is the experience of being together. If you are well enough, if you're healthy enough and your family members or your loved ones are around and you can be with them, isn't that the greatest gift ever? So I know some may be saying, wait, I was expecting to get that coat, I was expecting to get those shoes, and you said you were going to treat me to the spa, whatever it is. But that is a great gift on top of the fact that you can be perhaps with that loved one that you've been missing for such a long time. So think of other ways to celebrate the holidays that don't involve a lot of money. I think that's one of the most important things that you can do.
Put it in perspective there.
The presence of ministry. It's a great spot to end on. Sharon, thank you as always. And for more great advice, by the way, check out Sharon's free weekly newsletter on financial literacy. It's called Money 101.